Hi everybody, hello, welcome back again. This is episode 2, so hopefully you've got yourself a guitar by now, and you probably thought that's all you need, but actually it's not. There's a few other things that are not only useful, they're pretty vital really. So we'll have a look at those just now. Now the first thing you're going to need is some of these plastic picks. You should buy a few in different thicknesses. I use these Dunlops. Now these 0.38mm picks, the thin ones, they tend to sound rather thin and trebly, but they're very flexible and they don't get caught in the strings. And once you've got a bit more confidence, you can move on to something thicker and heavier, which will give you a better sound. So I would recommend starting with a 0.38, a 0.46 and a 0.60, or 38, 46 and 60 if you want to say it that way. And you can experiment from there. Now this is a CAPO, C-A-P-O. They come in various types, they're cheap to buy, but they're essential. They clamp across the guitar neck, as you see there, and they shorten all the strings at once, and that changes the pitch of the whole instrument. It means you can have something that suits your voice, and it lets you play in difficult keys using basic and easy chords. It's a little bit hard to explain, but you'll get it once we start using them. You should also get a guitar stand. These A-frame ones are cheap to buy. They not only protect your guitar and hold it securely, but you can keep the guitar by your favourite chair, and that way you'll be able to pick it up for 2 minutes practice while your coffee's cooling, whatever. Because if you put the guitar away in its case or in a cupboard, you won't get round to getting it out. Now, electronic tuners, these are a recent development. They just clip onto the head of your guitar and they pick up the vibration of the strings and they let you tune your guitar quickly and accurately. They're cheap to buy, they're an essential bit of kit, and trust me, using a tuning app on your smartphone is not a good idea. Everybody has to take a vow of silence while you use it. These are wonderful, and you can keep them on all the time while you're playing, because your guitar will keep going out of tune. And music stands are essential for holding sheet music while you play, and putting your charts on the floor or on a tabletop is not a good idea. It'll test your eyesight and it'll ruin your posture, and how you sit while you're playing guitar is important. We'll come to that in a moment. And finally, I strongly recommend getting a footrest. Now, using one of these will give you correct posture, easier fingering, less muscle tension. And we'll talk about how to sit properly in the next lesson, but it's a very important subject that's often overlooked. So is all this going to break the bank? Not really. 25 quid and you're sorted. And you know, this stuff lasts a lifetime, so it's a good investment. Oh yes, and I'd also buy a ring binder and some plastic pockets just to keep all your notes in, sheet music, whatever it is. Just keep it all together, music file, good idea. So let's just finish with some good advice. We said in the last video that the 3 most important things in guitar playing were practice, practice and practice. And it's 100% about building muscle memory. You're actually reprogramming your brain, and little and often is the key. If you can practice for 10 minutes 3 times a day, that's better than half an hour once, and 2 hours on a Sunday is no good at all. You just slip back to almost where you were before by the next week. So this is why you keep your guitar on a stand by your favourite chair. You can pick it up, you know, while the adverts are on, while your tea's cooling. I wouldn't advise while you're waiting for eBay customer service to reply, because your fingers will get sore if you practice for too long, and you'll get bored because you don't know a lot of stuff. So little and often, and that's the key. Now don't practice for too long, but don't go too long without practice. This is important. Now, a word about the thorny subject of singing. Everyone will say, I can't sing. It's not true. Everyone in the world can sing. Not many people can sing well, but we're not on the X Factor. It doesn't matter. And playing guitar is about presenting songs. It also helps in the learning process. So as you practice, sing. If other people don't like it, that's their problem. There's always cotton wool. Now, I know you won't believe me, but you will get discouraged. You'll be convinced that there's something unique about you, that you're the only person in the world who doesn't have the ability to play guitar. And it's because the learning process isn't a continuous slope, it's a series of steps. It's what we call a continuous process, but it operates discreetly. So all that means is you keep bashing away day after day, nothing's happening, you're not getting any better, and you won't tend to give up. But you just keep practicing, and then suddenly you've got a breakthrough, and then it's great. But the bad news is that then you're going to plateau again for a while until you hit the next breakthrough. So, don't look at other people and say, I'll never be able to do that. They were all once where you are now. So I'll leave you with this story. 2 mice fell into a pail of milk. One gave up and drowned, but the other kept paddling round and round till in the morning he found himself standing on butter. So that's all we've got to do. We're just going to keep paddling round and round. We've got to be the second mouse. And from the moment that you play your first note, you're a guitar player. At your level, comparisons are odious, you're a player. So welcome to the wonderful world of guitar. And yes, we will actually be playing something next time. So get your gear together, and we'll see you then. Take care.